after that?
Yeah, so really good weekend this past weekend. Thought our guys battled through a lot of adversity. Game one, Gavin pitched great. We played good. Game two, just didn't get a quality start and had to go to the bullpen early. Guys battled, but we really didn't play well enough to win. The game was lost well before the 10th inning. I thought we did a good job of just scratching and clawing to put ourselves in a position to even go to extra innings. And we did it, but it didn't work out. And I thought our guys rebounded really well on Saturday because, everybody thinks a game three starter. Well, Shawver is their Friday night guy. He's just throwing in game three. Thought Carson gave us a quality start. I thought our guys did an unbelievable job offensively, just grinding on him. And he was at like 105 after 5 innings, got him out of the game. And we're able to just hold on, to at the end and win by a run. And then Sunday, it was really 2 tired teams playing each other. I don't know if you guys could see that on TV, but they were just battling. I mean, 4 games and, extra innings, and it just was a lot. 11 o'clock start. We started Cam, and we knew we were just going to maybe get an inning or 2 out of him. He wanted to go longer, but we wanted to make sure he's available for the rest of the year. And then a lot of guys stepped up. Landon Ginn was huge. Danny Bill was huge. Josh Groves was huge. And then CJ Mayhew, what he did for us this past weekend. I mean, he really pitched great his last 2 outings on Saturday and Sunday and looked like himself. And that's great to see going down the stretch. And thought our guys just played well. And to go 3-1 on the road is huge. And going in this week, we're half game in first place. And, we control our own destiny. That's all you can ask for going into the last weekend. And, of course, we'll need to play well down at South Florida to be able to hold on to this thing. So we've taken the past 2 days pretty much off. That guys have lifted weights, but they were cash. So we won't practice again as a team until we get on the plane and head down to South Florida. We'll practice at South Florida tomorrow night.
Okay, questions for Coach Godwin now?
Coach, how much of this has been kind of cumulative in terms of just kind of getting worn out as the season goes on for all of these teams, but yours in particular? You just alluded to that a little bit. Talk about the cumulative effect of these 4-game weekends and how that's kind of a little bit different, if anything.
No, it's a lot different, and trying to maneuver through it. I tell you what, when we play 1 game in the conference tournament, it's going to feel like we're at recess. I can tell you that, because these 4-game weekends, and it's worn on everybody as the season keeps going on. And the last couple, it just seems like you're out there for 20 hours in one day when you're playing that doubleheader. And look, and everybody's trying to win, but when you're fighting for first place, I think there's more stress in it than other teams, and what Tulane and us are having to go through. Of course, everybody's trying to beat us, but at the same time, it's just every pitch is the difference between winning and losing a game. And all the games were close at Cincinnati. Playing a team 8 times, be able to win 7 out of 8 is pretty good. I don't care if you're playing a high school team; it's just tough to beat a team that many times. And Cincinnati's not bad. They're well coached and they're very good offensively, and I think they got really good starting pitching. So, but we're just getting ready for this weekend and try to get our guys as fresh as possible and get ready to go for South Florida.
Coach, you mentioned Landon, Josh, and Danny Bill stepping up on Sunday. How much confidence can they grow from that? I mean, you guys have been giving them opportunities, but for them to pitch that well, how much does that mean?
Well, I hope it gives them a lot of confidence. I really thought Landon was just super confident, just attacking the strike zone. Danny and him, I think they went 14 up, 14 down in a tight game on the road. So I thought that was huge for them to continue to go out there and do that. AJ Wilson had a big weekend too, coming in, getting some lefties out for us. So a lot of guys stepped up.
Cliff, can you talk about maybe your assessment of Jake Kuchmaner coming out of the bullpen? And how does the starting pitching stack up for this upcoming series?
First off, Cooch pitched really well in the bullpen on Friday for 2 innings, and then for whatever reason kind of lost his command the first 2 batters. We went to another guy after that. Sunday, his stuff's a lot better. He got a guy 2-2 who's a senior. I think he's a senior. He's an older guy. He's hitting a 9-hole, I think. But 8 home runs, and he threw a 2-2 fastball right down the middle, and the guy hit it out, which he didn't execute that pitch. But the thing that bothered me the most, and Cooch and I talked about this, was he walked the next guy. And that's just not like him. But he played first base for us as well. Mullen tweaked his hamstring. I don't know if you guys knew that. Obviously, he was kind of laboring into second base on that double when he knocked in 2 guys on Friday. I really didn't think he'd be able to go Saturday. And Zach Womack did a tremendous job with him. And he said, look, I can run 80%. I said, well, you're not fast anyway, so we'll just DH you. And if you get in a double play situation, hit the ball in the air. And he did a great job. I mean, he had some really good at-bats for Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully he feels better and has an option to play first base. He actually tweaked it stretching at first base. So that's the way he kind of tweaked his hamstring.
And the starting pitching, how does it look for this weekend?
Gavin Williams will pitch at some point in time. Carson Wisenhunt will pitch at some point in time. Tyler Smith will pitch at some point in time. After that, I got no idea. So we're going to figure it out on the fly, see how guys feel. Look, we're going down there to win. We're not going down there to throw off. I mean, we're playing for something, but I just don't know how it's going to stack up right now. We're going to continue to see how guys feel and how their bullpens go and all that good stuff.
As far as travel, will you go directly from Tampa to Clearwater?
Yes, we fly tomorrow from RDU to Tampa. We'll be in Tampa from Wednesday afternoon until Sunday. We'll play the 4 games. We'll lift on Sunday, and then we'll get on a bus and drive to Clearwater Sunday afternoon, check into the hotel there, practice, I think, on Monday. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the first time I don't even know what the conference tournament looks like. So have not looked at it. It's been one of those years where I know you guys get tired of hearing game by game, but I don't even know when the games are. I think we play on Tuesday. I think everybody's playing on Tuesday. So that's all I know.
Coach, can you talk about Gavin Williams for the season he's had? I mean, he's been it's amazing. I mean, I think a lot of ECU fans and all of us take it for granted how well he's done. It's just unbelievable this season.
Yeah, I've said this a lot. I mean, look, if it's not for Gavin Williams, I mean, he solidified the Friday night role for us and taking the ball once he got healthy, and kudos to him. And I don't know if I said this public or not, but Gavin Williams bet on himself by not taking some money out of the professional draft. I did not twist his arm. Him and I had a discussion. He told me these were the things that he was looking for. And I made sure that he told his parents the same thing he told me. And I said, well, if this is what you're saying, then make sure that you tell your parents. And then if it doesn't work out the way you want it to, then come back here and prove people that you can take the ball on Friday night and go out there. And I don't think he would have went out into professional baseball. And this is my personal opinion, and who am I? But if he'd have left last year, his, repertoire of pitches wouldn't be as good as they are right now. And they probably would have thrown him in the bullpen. But now he's proven to people that he can take the ball and go out there and throw 5 to 7 innings and be lights out. And it's really special. I definitely think people take it for granted. I do not take it for granted. Our coaches don't take it for granted. Our players don't take it for granted. But it is really like how Agnos was back in 19. And, when they go out there, you got a really good chance to win the baseball game when they're pitching. And they would stack up against anybody in the country. I mean, Gavin could pitch anywhere, and Jake could too. So as a lot of our pitchers, but to take the ball on Friday night, people don't understand how important that is because you're matching up against everybody else as number one. And Gavin's done an unbelievable job doing that.
Cliff, you got a lot of uniform combinations, and kind of how are those decisions made as far as what you're wearing on a particular game?
Well, we really look at that graphic that they put on Twitter and see what, how many wins that we have on each uniform. That's really the way we decide. And so we just wear the uniform that we've won the most games. No, I'm kidding. At home, we get to decide what we wear. On the road, you have to match up against what they're wearing. And a lot of teams have different uniforms like we do. So you can't wear black when they're wearing black, or, if they're wearing red, you don't really want to wear purple. It's just, you try to mix and match what they're wearing. So that's the way we do it.
Coach, you mentioned you don't worry about the conference tournament at this point, but you guys do have to play 4 games in 3 days and then turn around on 2 days rest and play the conference tournament. I mean, do you have to manage the pitching at all towards the latter half of the series? You just worry about winning and playing for a regular season title?
We're playing for a regular season title. We're going to play for a regular season title, and then we'll figure out Tuesday when it gets here. We got enough guys that even if we have to bullpen it on Tuesday, then we can bullpen it on Tuesday. So we're just going to worry about taking it game by game, and we've put ourselves in a good situation. But that's why I haven't even looked at the conference tournament, because right now the conference tournament don't matter. We're going to play in the conference tournament, but we're going to need to worry about South Florida right now.
Can you talk a little bit about South Florida and kind of the challenges they might present?
Al, I'm sorry, but we got back at 1:30 on Sunday or Monday morning. I have not looked at South Florida. I have no idea what they have. I know they're good enough to beat us. That's about it. They've got some good players, but other than that, I got nothing for you. Sorry, I can't give you more information on them.
You'll expand your knowledge, I guess, in the next period before you get hit the road then.
Yeah, Al. But the thing is, and I tell you guys this all the time, and you guys probably don't believe it, but I don't worry about the other team. Yeah, I go watch all the pitchers and give the hitters information, and Deets and AK and Jeff watch the offensive side of the ball for South Florida, but we're worried about ourselves. Like if we go out there and execute what we do, then we feel like we're in pretty good shape. And that comes from John Wooden. Don't overly concern yourselves with other opponents. Overly concern yourself with yourself and what you're doing to execute. And if you execute at a high level of what you're good at, then the rest will take care of itself. I think a lot of teams get caught up in who they're playing, what they're doing, and all that. And we get caught up in ourselves. And that's why we've been able to this point, sustain a lot of consistency in our program, is because we worry about ourselves. We don't worry about the other stuff that we can't control.
Okay, do we got any other questions for Coach this morning?
Is there anything in particular about South Florida's ballpark that's kind of unique that requires adjustment?
No, we haven't been there in a few years, but it plays normal. They've got a nice facility, so it'll be hot. But other than that, that's all I got for you. Infield is normally pretty firm, so ground balls get through the infield pretty good, but that's all I have for you.
The grass infield.
Grass infield, they're all natural. Yep.
Okay, anything else for Coach? All right, Cliff, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
All righty, see you, Coach.